Global economic data turns negative. Are you ready for the hot days of the 2023 summer? Hello, this is Chart GPT today. Yes, indeed, it is starting to get hot. The hot summer days are here. We just came out with the Conference Board's leading economic indicators. Of course, the biggest contributor was building permits, actually came up a little bit, and the biggest negative contributor was the average consumer expectations. Anyway, it dropped 0.7 month on month, so it is heading to the downside. You can see in this chart that we're actually hitting down to the lows of the COVID lows and even heading even further down. So we are on the back foot on this economy, even though I wouldn't say it's necessarily falling off a cliff and we're in a massive, horrible situation. Here's that same chart in terms of a percentage ups and downs. You can see that we're heading close to the lows of the COVID. We have been worse in the past, but it is moving in the wrong direction. Let's take a look at some PMIs, the Purchasing Manufacturer Index. It's a pretty good indicator. I know the street uses this as a lot to give an indication of where we're heading in the future. And we can look at the flash. The flash is kind of the initial read of this indicator, and it was kind of popping up, but now it's down. You can see in the gray line there the GDP effect. So we're heading in the down direction, even though we had a little bit of an upturn, but now it's heading back down. Of course, this is the effect of the rising interest rates of the Fed, and they want to use that to slow down inflation, and it is slowing down a little bit. So that is heading to the downside, so a little bit of negativity there. We're looking at the Eurozone. They too are slipping below the 50 mark, which is negativity. You can see that they're already in a technical recession. That being said, we asked the AI, what is a recession? And it, believe it or not, it confirmed the two negative quarters indicators, as some people have disputed. Take a look at that explanation over at the blog post in the description box. You can take a look at that. Going on to China, they've been flatlining for quite some time. I know they just lowered their bank rate to stimulate the economy, reserve requirements, doing all kinds of things to revive the Chinese economy. So that's going in a negative, or at least flat to negative. And here is the global, and we can see the global growth is down to basically growth is stalling here globally, as we kind of did a tour around the more modern world there, and it is heading to the downside, even though it still has an upward lift there just recently, but it is heading to the downside. So the hot days of summers are here. We'll see how long that this Fed can keep up their interest rate policy to dampen inflation globally. It's still a global issue, so we'll see where that's going. So anyway, enjoy the hot summer, but be careful. We might see the economy begin to turn even more negative as we get into the summer. Don't forget to go to the blog post to check out the details in terms of references and get some more details. And don't forget to subscribe.